Welcome to Switch Station, where quality is thrown out the window to cure boredom. We're going to be trying to complete Last of Us Left Behind without taking any damage. Now, why Left Behind instead of normal Last of Us? Because I've already seen videos of normal Last of Us, and Left Behind is really easy. Kind of. If you are familiar with Left Behind, it starts off with a bunch of cutscenes put in a highlight reel from the original game. It is really cool if you try to watch it, so I'd recommend that. We start off with Ellie laying in a bed, then we actually have an infected biting her. This is where she gets her immunity. Not really, but then we actually meet Riley, which is the new character from Left Behind, and that's all you get from the beginning cutscenes. No, seriously.
Promise.
Okay, challenge is officially started. We're not going to count that because we have not technically taken damage during gameplay, so we're still good there.
The pharmacist. Maybe he's got a key.
Ellie complains about spores even though she's immune. We go to the pharmacist and pick up a key from him. We find an empty box, which is just perfect. And then we find a military helicopter, which if you've played this game, you'll understand is how we save Joel. So Ellie finds a medkit, and I don't think she realizes that we're doing a no damage run. I would have used the medkit to get rid of that sliver of health that is just gone, but I was lazy. Watching this footage is really bugging me. Riley gets a bingo, and then she offers me some alcohol. I accept, and then I get my first taste of horror. She drinks it no problem though, which is very impressive. So in the Halloween store, Riley really wants me to roar as like a wolf or something. I don't want to. I eventually give in though. And then we vandalize some cars, which is really fun. Like, seriously, I recommend it. Please don't. And then we find our first enemies in the game, and they're actually a lot easier than I thought they were going to be. And then she eventually drinks some gasoline or whatever she wants. Whoa, okay. Well, I take some damage here, which is really annoying. I reset encounter. This is actually going to show us, like, we have stealth during this run, and if you don't, you're going to die from, like, clickers and stuff like that. We actually had to restart encounters a couple times. We find some more enemies, and then we move on from there. And then the helicopter moves down, we find some electricity, and then we get to the part where we read some jokes. This was really long, and I'm finding words to say right now to fill up this time so it's not boring. Also, I just realized, I swear her face animations look like Elena's in Uncharted. Like, that looks like Elena's faces. I don't know why. So Ella doesn't understand Irrelevant. I play with Pac-Man for like 5 minutes, then we replay the end of the game backwards, and then we don't take damage. Trust me. And then they kiss. We find some infected though, so it's okay. Also, these infected are important. Hint. So we come face to face with our first human enemies in the game, and yes, they are the hardest enemies. I take damage to them. We have the humans and the infected fighting, which is actually pretty fun. I also use the crossbow, and it is the best weapon to use because stealth. And we have Great Plains, digital, heck yeah. And then we have another encounter just like the last one. At least for me, this was the hardest encounter in the game. The first part was not that bad. But then I fell down and I had to play it all again. That was annoying. We get to the second part and there's actually quite a few enemies here and you're all surrounded. This was the most frustrating part of the game for me. Actually, if you try to restart encounter, it'll restart you from the beginning to the first part. So I don't recommend that. I recommend instead just letting them kill you. That is probably the best option there. I actually had to finish this encounter in a different play session because it was so annoying. And I don't know how this guy actually hit me there, like, how did I not hit him? But the second half of this encounter does include infected, which if you use them right, they can be very useful to take out the remaining hunters. So I was really scared going into this challenge. I thought it was going to be a lot harder than it actually was. It really was not that bad, probably because I played it normal. I'm sorry about that. But regardless, you do take damage twice in the end, both in quick time events. So that basically means if you play in grounded or easy, you're going to be taking damage. But this challenge does serve as a good stepping stone for those who have never tried like a gaming challenge, myself included. So if you haven't tried one before, totally recommend it. And with that, The Last of Us Left Behind, Damageless Run is mission failed. What are you talking about? This isn't VG Myths. Shut up! Anyway, I actually like doing this gaming challenge. It was the first one I ever tried, and it was pretty fun. I would like to try to do other games, so if you would like to see any other games, just request them in the comments down below. I don't actually get comments, so I'll just have to pick out games for myself, I guess. But anyway, thank you for watching.